Hi guys, welcome to Python tutorial series. In this video, I would like to discuss positional versus named arguments. We understand the difference between positional arguments and named arguments in Python. In Python, there are two types of arguments you can pass to functions: positional arguments and named arguments. Named arguments are also called keyword arguments, guys. Let's understand the difference between positional arguments and named arguments. Positional arguments. Positional arguments are the most common way to pass values to a function. Positional arguments are the most common way to pass values to a function. When you use positional arguments, the values you pass must match the order of parameters defined in the function. When you use positional arguments, the values you pass must match the order of parameters defined in the function. In other words, first argument passed corresponds to the first parameter. Second argument corresponds to second parameter. Third argument corresponds to third parameter in the function, and so on, guys. You can see here, we know the syntax of defining a function using def keyword. We write def function name, in brackets we write parameters. While calling the function, we pass values. These values are called arguments, guys. These values are called arguments. If you are just passing the values, they are called positional arguments. They are called positional arguments. When you are using positional arguments, the order matters, guys. Value 1 corresponds to parameter 1, value 2 is assigned to parameter 2, value 3 is assigned to parameter 3. So these are called arguments, remember that. You can see here, I have a greet function with 3 parameters: name, age, city. When calling the greet function, I am passing 3 values: Manjunath, 30, Bangalore. Manjunath is stored in name, 30 is stored in age, Bangalore is stored in city. Right? Manjunath is stored in name, 30 is stored in age, Bangalore is stored in city. It prints, hi, my name is, name is replaced by the value in the name, that is Manjunath, and I am, age will be 30 years old, I live in city, Bangalore. It will display, guys. Here the order is very important. Let's have a demo and understand. I have Python ideally shell open and the Python file open. I am defining greet function. It is going to have 3 parameters: name, age, city, and it is going to print, hi, my name is, name variable, I am, age, years old, and I live in, comma, city, bracket close. Here I say and, okay, and then I am going to call the greet function here. While calling the function, we have to pass the values to name, age, and city because they are required parameters. In the previous video, we understood the difference between required and optional parameters, right? Here they are required parameters, so we must and should pass values. Name should be Manjunath, age should be 30, city should be Bangalore. If I save this and say run module, we get the correct output. Hi, my name is Manjunath, so name is replaced by Manjunath, and I am 30 years old. Age is replaced by 30. I live in Bangalore. You can see city replaced by Bangalore, guys. Here the arguments are called positional arguments. Okay, they are called positional arguments. The order matters here, guys. If you change the order of arguments, let's say 30 I put first, and then Bangalore I put second, Manjunath I put last. Okay, if I save this, what happens? 30 is stored in the name, Bangalore is stored in the age, Manjunath is stored in the city, guys. We get the wrong output. If I save this and say run module, you see we are getting, hi, my name is 30, I am Bangalore, years old, I live in Manjunath. So that is wrong output, right? So positional arguments, when we are using only values, when we are passing only values, the order of arguments matter, guys. So Manjunath should be first. It corresponds to the first parameter, name, next age, next city. Okay. If I save this and say run module, we get the correct output. Hi, my name is Manjunath and I am 30 years old. I live in Bangalore. Okay. So that is positional arguments. I hope you guys have clearly understood. Next we have named arguments. Named arguments are also called keyword arguments. Okay. Named arguments allow you to specify values for parameters using their names. Named arguments allow you to specify values for parameters using their names, guys. What happens with that? This improves the clarity of our code. especially when there are many parameters. It avoids errors related to the incorrect order of arguments, guys. You can see here we have the same greet function, but while calling the greet function, we are passing arguments, same Manjunath, 30, Bangalore. But this time we are taking help of parameter names. Name should be Manjunath, age should be 30, city should be Bangalore. So these are called named arguments, guys, or keyword arguments. Okay, see here, this time I say here name should be equal to Manjunath, age should be equal to 30, and city should be equal to Bangalore. If I save this, we get the correct output, guys. If I say run module, you see, hi, my name is Manjunath, I am 30 years old and I live in Bangalore. One of the advantage of using named arguments is we can pass the arguments in the incorrect order also. Order doesn't matter here because we are using the parameter names here. Okay, see, I can take age first. I can put age first here, age equal to 30, and then I say city equals to Bangalore, and then I say name equal to Manjunath. Here I have changed the order of arguments, right, the values, but as we are using the parameter names, 30 is stored in the age, Bangalore is stored in the city, Manjunath is stored in the name, guys. There will be no problem. If I save this and say run module, you see we are getting the correct output. Hi, my name is Manjunath, I am 30 years old and I live in Bangalore. So that is the advantage of named arguments, guys. Okay, you can mix positional and named arguments. Okay, but remember, positional arguments must come first. You should define positional arguments first and then named arguments, guys. You can see here, if I want, I can say first I'll put Manjunath, Control X, Control V. Manjunath will be stored in the name, and then I say here age 30, I'll put here city Bangalore. What happens here? Here Manjunath is a positional argument, okay, positional argument, because we are only passing the value. We are not taking help of the parameter name, right? So it's a positional argument. These two are named arguments. Manjunath is stored in the name, city will be Bangalore, age will be 30. If I save this and say run module, we get the correct output, guys. Hi, my name is Manjunath, I am 30 years old, I live in Bangalore. Remember, positional arguments should come first. Okay, if you put later, you get the error, guys. Key points to remember. Named arguments improve clarity, right? Because as you are using the parameter name, it's easy to understand, right? It is easy to understand which value is assigned to which parameter. You can directly associate values with parameter names, so it's easy to understand what each value means. Order does not matter. When you are using named arguments, order does not matter. As long as you specify the parameter name, the order in which you provide arguments doesn't matter. When mixing positional and named arguments, positional arguments must always appear first in the function call, guys. Okay, I hope you guys have clearly understood the difference between positional and named arguments. If you are just passing the values, they are called positional arguments. If you are passing values with parameter names, they are called named arguments. When you are just using positional arguments, the order of passing the arguments is very, very important here. Okay, and while using the named arguments, order doesn't matter. And remember, if you are mixing the positional and named arguments, positional arguments first appear and then named arguments, guys. That's it, guys, for this video. I hope you guys have clearly understood. In the upcoming video tutorials, we discuss more about Python in depth, step by step. If you have any doubts, feel free to put them in the comment section. I'll be happy to clear, guys. In the upcoming video tutorials, we discuss more about Python in depth, step by step. For more benefits and be up to date, do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Keep learning, keep coding, keep sharing. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. See you in the next tutorial.